Welcome to the Recruiter Startup Podcast. My name's Dulta Doherty, and today I'm just going to wish you a happy new year and talk about a few things that worked for me this year. The first thing is we jumped into the candidate experience journey. And what I mean by that is from the moment that somebody reaches out to us or connects with us or calls us to the point where they move country to Australia or America or Asia or wherever they happen to want to go, or even if they're going locally, that journey that takes them from that point to the exit point. And we mapped out every step of the way that we see and any barriers and where we thought things were falling over to increase the amount of placements that we were making. And one of the best things that we did was, instead of moving things from LinkedIn to email, we moved it from LinkedIn to WhatsApp and created WhatsApp groups for our candidates. And it added a bit more of a personal touch. It got us all on the same page, myself and my two team members, Andrea and Irina. And it really allowed us to respond in real time to the candidates and to share much more information with them. And maybe just, I don't know, the amount of times that people ghost you in Rec to Rec is horrendous. And this reduced it dramatically. So really happy with that. The next thing that we did this year that I'm really happy about was we developed our virtual assistants, Irina and Andrea, to becoming sourcing recruiters. So they're 90% there to being full Rec to Recs. They're very close right now, more than capable, better than 50 to 60% of the recruiters I come across. And within this year, they'll be top notch. So we started that transition from making them just administration heavy to really training them how to be recruiters early on in the year, and they've made progress throughout. And it's really helped them fill my diary full of calls and, you know, give them a bit more confidence and ownership over the process and the candidates, and doing some information-based calls themselves with the candidates. So really happy with that and the direction that we're going with that. The final piece is the podcast. And, you know, it's been the best professional decision I've made in a very long time. And it's allowed me to share all the interesting people in our industry's stories and hopefully give people a bit of a different appreciation for what it takes to set up a lifestyle business or a scalable recruitment firm, or be a senior exec at a major firm, or be somebody who's in the software game, or maybe somebody who's a public speaker. And we've covered quite a lot in the 60 odd episodes that we've done. And next year is about working out how to get better at that, improving the sound, adding video to it, and repurposing the content and creating a proper content strategy. And with that in mind, we would then work on a proper distribution strategy. So, like, really, before, as Gary Vee says, it gets too expensive to do Facebook ads, we want to get in there and be able to test out a few things that we've learned. And the next team member I'm going to add is going to be a social media content specialist. Now, not to create or write, but more to repurpose and distribute. And I'm really excited about that. And as soon as I finish recording this, I'm going to jump on and have a meeting with somebody who's going to source that person for me. So those were the three things that really worked. And I'm really excited about what's coming next. And I'm getting more and more questions from young entrepreneurs who are starting up, asking me questions, and even experienced execs saying, how do you do this? How do you do that? And I think I'm going to create a Facebook group where, you know, we can all collaborate together. We're now heading towards 25,000 listens in the 7 months that we did this, which I think is really good considering how niche the podcast is. And hopefully by the end of 2019, we can be at 100,000. So just want to thank all of you for taking part and for messaging me and for encouraging me to share more information from the industry, from the amazing people that are in the industry. And I hope we can connect next year. And if you are listening to the podcast, I'd love to hear from you, whether it's a suggestion on something I could explore further, or you just want to say hello. Love to hear from you, love some feedback, and I wish you all the greatest success next year. I'm sure you're all going to kill it.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.